What up? It's your boy T-Burn Reaction. Today is last part of Music Monday. I just came across too. I was just sure there was a new episode of I Was a Night Dancer came out. It was this one involved a choreographer who did dance for the likes of and choreography for the likes of New Edition, BBD, and many others as well too of the late 80s, early 90s as well, of the 90s as well too. This is Leon Lee. So without further ado, we're gonna hear a story about Lee, how Leon the choreographer. You want to hear a story about the choreographer for some of your favorites, such as New Edition, BBD, Yo-Yo, and many others. So, without further ado, these series always be pretty cool. So, let's get it.
The best thing about being a dancer in the 90s was the music. The music was just so good. From 88 to 95 is the golden era of dancing in hip-hop.
Yep.
I'm Leon Lee, and I'm a dancer that was popping in the 90s. I was born in Mobile, Alabama, and my mom left there when I was 5. And I grew up in South Central LA, the home of the gangbangers, the Crips and the Bloods. I'm glad I survived all.
So this is the first one that's not fully connected, as he's from the other side of the area, because a lot of last one all was New York based as well too, and knew each other somehow, some way.
That a lot of my friends didn't, but I was never in the gang, but all the gangs knew I danced. They gave me love when I came in their neighborhood. Oh, he cool, man, he ain't banging, he that dancing dude. So I got all the love from all the gangs. They wanted to see me dance. My early influences was the Charlie Atkins, the Fred Astaire's, the Gene Kelly's, the Nicholas Brothers, you know, Bojangles, the Gregory Hines, and them was the people I was studying. I was really looking at that style of dance with them, like just to see how they moved and how they moved to music. I got into dancing, to be honest, I was imitating Michael Jackson.
Of course.
That's how I started. I started at 3 years old. My mom threw on a Silver's record, and it was Boogie Fever.
Okay.
And they was on Soul Train. I saw the choreography, and I was 3 years old, and I did it. My mom played the record, I did the whole choreography.
Nice.
Just watching them do it on Soul Train. So that's how I kind of started, and I got into breaking, and Breaking 2, the movie. I auditioned for that, and I was 9 years old. I made the movie. They wanted me to imitate Michael Jackson, so in the miracle scene, and they say,
that was him!
Little Lee, and you'll see a little kid doing Michael Jackson.
That was him on there! Okay, wow!
So that's how I started. I just started doing hip-hop, and then I formed a group. It was called The Fellas. We was in South Central LA.
Nice.
One of the biggest groups to ever be in South Central. We had meetings with Ice Cube, Jermaine Dupri. We eventually ended up signing to Ron and Rick, to Mental. They had a label they were starting, like Michael Bivins was starting with his Bill 10. And I just started doing hip-hop dancing, you know, all through high school, pep rallies. At Dorsey High School, Audubon, that's where I went. Just doing, you know, the culture was just everywhere, from, you know, the Soul Brothers dancing to the Creepers, to the Junior Creepers, to the Heartbreakers, to the Characters. We was all battling at different schools, just battling each other. And that was just the fun of hip-hop then. My group did a celebrity basketball game, and we had met New Edition in LA at UCLA. Everybody there. And we did halftime. And Brooke Payne came. I didn't know who Brooke Payne was. And he came backstage, and he was like, yo, who doing the choreography? They was like, he do. He was like, yeah, you know, I manage New Edition. I would love to work with y'all. We was laughing like, yeah, who is this dude?
Wow.
And he called my mom later, met all the guys. I was still doing hip hop, but also my group was doing like kind of what New Edition was doing. We was more hip hop. They was more precision, but I still knew how to do the precision choreography.
That's
like the dramatics and the temptations and all that. But I put it with my hip hop, because my group, we was flipping over each other, coming up to the mic, singing and that kind of stuff. Brooks saw that I could do that. So he pulled me in and started mentoring me. Ooh, I was 14 at the time.
Wow.
Going to the 9th grade. And that's really what took me off, being under Brooke Payne. For the first video I assisted doing choreography was If It Is Love. I started choreographing and started doing everything.
So at 14, he helped along with that choreographer for that though. Nice.
Everybody from Boys to Men, ABC, Donnell Jones, Next, Ideal, New Edition, Usher, Sierra. So I started touching everybody. And, we started getting around the industry like, I really do the groups. Like everybody was doing like the solo artists or whatever, but I'm really known for the group thing.
Nice.
Well, I started dancing for Yo-Yo first.
Okay.
We all went to school together. Yo-Yo went to Washington, I went to Dorsey. So when she was in the 12th grade, her graduation, she came running at her graduation. I signed with Ice Cube. I got to deal with Ice Cube. So we was like, word, whoa, oh, that's dope. So she was like, y'all got to dance for me.
Right out of high school.
My group, we was like, well, we doing our thing. But we was like, that'll help us. If we dance with her, that'll give us a good look for her. So, but she didn't want all 6 of us. So it was just the main 3 tightest dancers. Okay. And she took us around the world. I mean, Yo-Yo really showed us more about the business, and we started learning more about the business. We started seeing how shows get handled and stuff like that, but she took us everywhere. I left school at 18. I didn't come back home till I was 21, just touring. I didn't see my mom for 3 years, and at that age, she was petrified. Like she was, I'm just gone. She trusted me with these people, and knowing Cube at that time, she was scared, you with Ice Cube. We did the States for a year, we did overseas for a year, and I was just dancing behind her, but the tour was Ice Cube, Digital Underground, Yo-Yo, Ghetto Boy, DJ Quick, and Naughty by Nature.
What a lineup.
We was all on one tour. Queen Latifah all on one tour. Like, that's a tour. Like, they don't tour like that no more.
Right.
And I mean, we was doing arenas, selling them out every night. But that experience just showed me like where hip hop was going. And I was just happy to be a part of it. But yeah, that was my first artist, Yo-Yo. So, Yo-Yo, appreciate you. Well, after dancing for Yo-Yo, I still had my group. So we were still doing our thing. I danced for BBD on the second album, the Hootie Mac album. They wanted to switch it up. They had the girls straight ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I remember they cruised at back-to-back, got BBD dancers. But yeah, I was about to ask about that too.
It's an album. But for this album, they wanted 2 guys and then like 4 girls, and sometimes 2 girls. So me and Damon, my partner in my group, we started dancing behind them in '93 on the Hootie Mac album. So that was the last artist I really danced for, because then I started taking the art form more serious. I started seeing that as a dancer, you only can go so far. If I was gonna keep dancing, I either had to start being a choreographer. You can keep dancing with jumping around, dancing with different people, but I started seeing like that wasn't no real money doing that. Unless you get with somebody like a Michael Jackson or Janet that's gonna be touring for a while and, some big artists, but it's the local artists, you just jumping around, it start being harder to work. So I was just like, I choreographed in my group, let me just start choreographing for artists. So at the BBD run with the Hootie Mac, that's what I started doing. And I really went under Brooke, because Brooke started just showing me everything, how to put shows together. And I started learning secrets from him. And then I just started applying it to my style, to my craft. And I just started doing my thing from that point. I was really watching them, so when I would come across the Fatimas and all that, I saw their styles was different than mine, and I loved that. I saw how they did their thing, but that was more who I looked up to. I looked up to old school dancing. Yeah, I mean, I really didn't know about everybody until I got into the game.
Oh, he did quite.
Man, working on the New Edition story was one of my amazing accomplishments, and I thank Brooke Payne, I thank New Edition, Jesse, everybody, Chris Robbins that was a part of it. Doing the New Edition movie was a lot of work, but it was one of the best highlights of my career. To work with them amazing kids, great cast. Robbie Reed, you did your thing, putting that cast together.
She did.
They really wanted to be New Edition, and that's what made me so excited to do it. Because I saw the passion they was bringing every day to really try to be these guys. And being New Edition ain't easy. It may look it, seeing it, and they doing these little moves, but getting in there and jumping around 10 hours, 12 hours a day, all day, they saw it. We had some injuries and we had some issues, but they pulled through it. And look at it now and just watch it, how tight it is and how amazing they look. It really came off, and it's still the best biopic of all time.
Yes,
we passed the Jacksons, So that's amazing. It was
Well,
just great and
before Michael came out.
just to take me down memory lane of to see where all the stuff happened and what we went through to get to this point. It was a blessing, definitely. Currently in the world of dance now, I still
So,
choreograph
new
certain
edition,
people.
nice.
The dancing is a young man's game. I'm older now. You know, I ain't gonna tell my age, but I'm older. I have a lot of dancers that I brought up, that I put on and that I work with and that works with me. But New Edition is always gonna be somebody I do. If they call, I'm there. I still do Jagged Edge. I still do 112. They always call because they constantly doing shows. I update their shows, switch them up every now and then. But them pretty much my main people that I still choreograph. I get some calls for the young generation. Like I just got a call from Finesse two times.
Okay.
The dude put his stuff together and did some stuff with Lucky
nice.
Day and her. So I do get some calls from the new generation every now and then, but I really don't do much choreography as much. I'm more on the exec side now. I have a label now at Universal.
Nice.
I have artists. I have a group that's coming out next year. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, this was another good episode. These always some good videos to watch. The I was a night dancer video. These always be good, man. For real, I like these. And this was a good one as well too. A little different now because a lot of everybody that I read to was like it had some kind of connection, New York connection going on. But this one was like all the West Coast and Hawaii was like more of like a group choreographer or anything. And then new choreographer for biopics of some of the groups he did, like New Edition. Pretty cool though. Shout out to Leon Lee as well. So other than that, if you like my reaction, just a like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Per signing off on love.